When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So, Nina's birthday cakes. Lucky we're in Turkey.
This would cost so much in New Zealand.
Yeah, it would.
Blazes! How amazing.
So, 230 degrees gives me, what does that say?
If
you get too hot. Okay, so you try. Be that way. Yeah.
what does it say?
Near Poppy's home.
Poppies.
What does it say? Popeyes?
It's Popeye. And it's olive oil.
Yes. Pisces is the home of dumplings. Degrees. Don't swim. Take your high passport.
4 blue fingers.
Oh, all blue fingers, see? 11 hot air balloons. 11 hot air balloons. Oh yeah! You go find it.
Did you?
There's something right there. God, that's treasure for sure. I didn't know you could put sparklers on cake.
Oh dear.
Whoa! Right,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nina. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! So here I have some clear, which I hope tomorrow will be put on our spray dodger. That has become so opaque that you can't see anything through it. We got a really good price. We weren't going to get it done because it was going to be expensive, and we had a promise from another cruiser who decided not to go ahead with that, so we've had to find someone else. And yeah, Monday hopefully we'll get some clears. So I gave it a nice scrub because it was looking pretty tatty and worn, so yeah, all set for tomorrow. But you can see the issue. Here's our clear, not very clear, and when the sun's behind it, it's just impossible. Well, that was pretty awesome. For the price of at 130 New Zealand dollars, we've had, plus the clear which we already bought, the new clears stitched into our spray hood. So pretty excited. We'll see if we can get it installed, if I can remember how to put it back on. So now I can actually see what's on the other side? Incoming ships and things that go bump in the night. Yay! One of the jobs I've been putting off for a little while, and been forgetting about, is the windlass, which is the anchor winch. It's not really my job. We have our little designated jobs, and this is Silka's department. I generally steer the boat and aim it into wind and keep it in control while she lays the anchor and raises it and manages that whole area. But what I've realized is that this is one of the most crucial parts of safety and security when we're stopped. It stops our boat from drifting onto rocks, and in strong winds this is absolutely critical to the safety of all of us and the boat. So we've been using it for nearly a year without really thinking about maintaining it. So yeah, we have a Lofren's Tigris 1500 watt windlass or anchor winch, and I'm going to show it a little bit of love and care. This is it here. Now this one has been raised. Usually these windlasses are flush with our chain well, which is right down there. We carry 100 meters of 10mm chain, galvanized, not stainless. And the trouble with it being flush is that the chain here, when it comes straight off our rollers, comes straight back here, the angle around the gypsy down below is more like this angle, so it only has a smaller amount for the chain to contact the gypsy. So up here, the angle around here means that more chain links are in contact with the gypsy, so it's pretty crucial. Anyway, we're going to pull various parts apart and maintain it and see what we've got. So we've got our anchor secured, so I'm just going to take off our chain and main release, take off this. This is one of the clutches. Needs a bit of a clean up. Right, so down below I've got this chain thingy that stops the chain from sticking to our gypsy and pulls it off, so we'll take off these two. So now we take off our gypsy, and I don't know whether you see, but we've got some very dry grease here. It's not cut out, it's not grooved, so this is okay. This one's pretty nice here. Now I can't get this clutch drum off without a little bit of banging and crashing, so you see there's a keyway there, but it's not crucial to take it off, so I'm just cleaning it up, and we'll put a little bit more grease on and put it back together. Tidy up this. It's actually looking pretty good as well. And this drum here, which we'll tidy up. I think I'm going to get something a bit stronger onto that and clean off that, but this side looks nice. Right, so now I'm just going to use a little bit of white lithium grease, which is probably a lifetime supply in this pot for this whole boat, but just a very thin coating of that. That's what we need. And on that side. And one part back on. Plate. Just put a little bit in there. It's good to get things back off again. Line the keyway up. Keep it free. Chain separator, or whatever they call it. Perfect. Not touching. spins freely for free dropping the chain. So alarmingly, this little bolt was nearly out. Unbelievable. Things just work their way out. Let me take off this. That looks like it could do with some love and cleaning. Take the key out just in case we drop it. And this one here. Obviously a little bit of seawater's got in here, so we've got a little bit of corrosion on the aluminium. This is an aluminium part. It's not too bad. I'm just going to take it off with a screwdriver and then seal it with some grease. Spray with some looks like it's brass, and I've seen a little bit of sea spray. Grease again on that. In the meantime, that goes on there. It sits in there nicely. And we've got our two little springs in there, which might just help along with a bit of grease. Now we've got to line this up so that these lugs line up with the springs. So after that goes back in there. So this is our winch, our rope winch side. There's also the manual winch. It's an override, so if we need to get our anchor up, this is how we will do it. So there are other things that we need to check. Obviously the engine, the motor itself has some serviceable parts like brushes, I understand, but I don't think it's going to be a critical failure, I hope. Gearbox oil, this little window here, got plenty of oil in the gearbox, and here's the oil input, and we're just going to check that the motor's all nice and tight and sound. Here we go. So that's our up, down and negative, so positives. Been here for a while and it's still looking mint there. That was easy. I think we're good for a bit more service yet. So just been down to the local market to buy some bread, and this is not your average bread. Hard to tell what size that is, but this is a monster and it feels heavy. This is about $1.5 kilos, I imagine, and it's a real rustic looking loaf. We'll see if we can cut it. You need a really long knife. I think it's sourdough actually. And oopsie, it's a bit rough, that one. Costs $2 New Zealand dollars. 10 lira. Beautiful. Look at that. Wood fired oven. Alright, so continuing on with marina jobs. I have found a couple of little hairline cracks in the gel coat. And the gel coat on a yacht or a boat is basically the top coat of paint, for better other reasons to describe, ways to describe it. But anyway, it's the top surface, and it's quite a thick sort of epoxy type system. And anyway, these cracks can actually let in water and go through the deck and cause problems. So I'm going to treat it a bit like a filling in a dentist in a tooth, and carve out around the cavity and fill it up with some Gelcoat Repair kit. Clean the whole surface area with some acetone. Make sure it's clear of grease and dust. Not going to need too much. This is already like a filler mode, so probably enough. Tiny dab of catalyst. It's pretty thick. There's probably better ways to do this. Our cured and hardened gel coat, and so we're just going to finish it off with some 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm using it wet so that it slides and is a little bit smoother. We can't use a block, so I've just got to use my finger, so we need it nice and smooth, so get into it. Unfortunately, I don't have any tint because this gel coat on our deck is not pure white, so which the gel coat is in the repair kit, but we're only using a small amount, so this is the finished area. I'm sure under bright light you'll be able to see that it's white, but at least our cracks are filled up. Well, it's 6 AM here at the marina, and because there's a whole pair of Australian New Zealanders, Kiwis, we're going to get together and watch the Prada Cup Final together, which is pretty neat. It's been streamed live, so yeah, we'll go and catch up with them. What's going on here?
Morning.
Morning, morning.
Hanging on the hip. They're going to try and take this all the way to boundary. You're exempt this time for these two boats.
Well,
do they have the same?
There's a projector.
A beautiful day on the Hauraki Gulf, that iconic Rangitoto.
So you've actually been going to the actual America's Cup?
Yep.
For for how many years?
26 years.
Wow.
I know, a long time.
And you've been sailing to it?
No, we only sold to the one in Bermuda.
Oh, okay.
Anything back at this stage, if that's your shot, that's your shot.
Shot across the town, make it a big one.
Ever seen? So they might have some little trick up their sleeve.
Just on starboard lane. Watching the seas unfold.
Little projector. That's pretty. That was rather cool. Prada won the race, so they'll be challenging New Zealand in the America's Cup. It was an awesome way to start the morning. I'll go and wake up the others and do some breakfast and coffee.